Hello everyone. We are going to look at this section as submitting information on a form. You are looking at a split screen view. So on the left you have the actual form, and then on the right you have the responses, and it states that right here. So I'm going to submit the information on the form, and you'll see it populate over here. Once I do that, we will go ahead and grade our form. Or our submissions. I'm going to go ahead and type in my email address, and then here, let me explain these responses. This is the one where it says choose from a list. This is how it would look. So I'm going to choose that response. Remember when I talked about the check boxes and how it would look, where they're the square little boxes, they look like boxes, but the student has the option of making more than one selection. So the help text here is where I said make sure that you select only one response. So you want to use the check boxes where you're going to be clear in how you want them to respond, and you also can use the check box when you want to have them to choose all that apply or something to that nature. And this is your typical multiple choice, so I'm going to go ahead and click that one. Scrolling down, click this response for this image here. And I want to give a shout out to a colleague over at Cypress who introduced me to the emojicons. So I'm going to click there and submit, and it should populate shortly. There we go. And let's talk about this area here. When we go to the confirmation page, or when we're looking at the confirmation page, when we're actually creating our form, this is a section where it says that your responses have been recorded, and that's what you will see. But I've customized it for another learning task because students typically finish at different times. So instead of them interrupting the other student or the students in front or behind them, I'm going to give them another learning task that they can get started on, and that's what that's for there. So let me go ahead and expand the screen on the window on the right so we can grade this form. You can only grade in sheets. Do not look for this particular option in your actual form. You will need to click on Sheets or the Responses, View Responses, grade from there, click on Add-on. I have already used Flubaroo before, so it's going to be in my add-ons. If you have never used Flubaroo before, then you want to click on Get Add-on and follow the steps from there. It's really simple to do. So I'm going to click on Enable Flubaroo in this sheet, and it's working, and it's telling me that it has been enabled. So I'm going to click OK, and it's working, and you just pretty much follow the steps from there. So click Add-on, and I want to grade this assignment. Step 1 tells me that I can give points to the actual questions. I'm not going to give points to the email addresses, so we're not going to go there. I'm going to give 2 points for each response. I think they'll like that. So 2, and I'll give them 2 points for this one as well, how they felt about it. Click Continue. Step 2 is going to ask me for an answer key. So I'm going to click on Cloud Center to be my answer key. So everyone who has the same answers as Cloud Centered, they will be the ones who get the right answers. Click on Continue, and it's grading. Perfect. It says that Flubaroo Grading completed. So here I have all of my responses. I have, let's see, 280%, 100%. And they didn't answer at all. Oh my. Okay, or they got nothing right. And then here we have 60%. So how do I email my students their grades? You're going to click on Add-ons, hover over Flubaroo, and where it says Email Grades, that's what you want. So I want to email each student I want to include the answer key, so I'm going to check that box. I don't want to send a message, but if you want to, you can do that. Click Continue. And it says that Flubaroo has 5 grades were successfully emailed. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and check that with one of my students. Back to my split screen view, and here Flubaroo has sent the grade to this particular student. I'm going to click on that, and I'm seeing where they got the first question wrong, but because I attached the answer key, they're able to see which ones were right, and they see which ones they got correct and which ones were incorrect. So that's really it, guys. It's really simple. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. Other than that, play around with all the options in forms and play around with Flubaroo, and it's fairly simple. But have fun in your learning.